Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing book recommendations for each Hogwarts house. So before we get started, I'm just going to let you guys know that the timestamps will be both in the description and I'll post them in the comments. So if you don't want to watch the entire video, you can just skip through to your house to see what books I recommend for you. So the first house will obviously be Slytherin, my house. And I feel like I got these book recommendations pretty on the nose because, I just did what I would be interested in, basically. So I did 2 thrillers for Slytherin because I just feel like Slytherin gives me like murder mystery vibes, and their leadership abilities are like, and their coyness, sly talking, all that, and they're kind of known for being like more evil, I would say. So I guess I just thought that like thriller, murder mystery vibes for Slytherin would work. So the first book is People Like Us, and this is like probably my favorite murder mystery book ever. It is so good, and it's really well paced, I would say. Like, it's not too fast paced, it's not too slow paced. I would say it's just right, and it kept me guessing the entire time, and the end was just, I'm not gonna say anything, but it was so good. And yeah, it was just an overall really good mystery. I didn't see half of the things that came coming at all. And yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's really good. I really recommend you read it, even if you're not a Slytherin, but I think that it would work really well if you are a Slytherin. So the second book that I would recommend for Slytherins is Ninth House, and this one's dark. This one's definitely dark, and it's more mature. It has mature themes, and I wouldn't say it's necessarily happy at all, but there's a murder in it, and like, it's very traumatic, I would say. Like, the characters go through really traumatic things, and I feel like it's just really well written, and it's like the perfect pace for like a horror, like a thriller, and it's just really good. Like, I really like how the author mixed in like real life with kind of fantasy aspects, and I really liked it. The next house I'm going to be doing is Hufflepuff. For Hufflepuff, I chose books that were kind of giving me summer vibes, or just like light-hearted reads, and books with happy endings. And I wouldn't say, I've tried not to play into the stereotype too much, but like, Hufflepuff is stereotyped to be like the happy house, and so I just picked books that have happy endings. They're lighthearted, they're fun to read, and they just give me summer vibes, and so yeah. Okay, so the first book that I chose for Hufflepuff is 100 Days of Sunlight, and I chose this book because it has like a really nice ending. It's romance, it's like a contemporary, lighthearted, and I subscribe to the booktuber who wrote it, and I just feel like it plays really into the whole personality thing. It takes place after, like a tragic accident or whatever, but I feel like it really, I don't know, it really gives me like summer Hufflepuff vibes, if that makes any sense. And yeah, that's why I chose it. The second book I chose for Hufflepuff is The Summer I Turned Pretty. I love this book so much. I will never stop recommending it. And it's like really, the summer I turned pretty, it's in the name, summer. And I just feel like it gives me it's very lighthearted. Again, it's like a romance, but there's other aspects to it. But it's really well written. I really like the author's writing style. And yeah, I just feel like it would work for Hufflepuffs. The next house I'm going to be doing is Gryffindor, and I chose these books based off of adventure, action, fast-paced, because Gryffindors are known to be like, the outspoken, brave, that kind of stuff. So I chose these books based off of their fast-pacedness and action sequences. Alright, the first book I chose for Gryffindor is Warcross by Mary Lou, and I love Mary Lou. She's my favorite author, probably. I just feel like it works for Gryffindor, and it's amazing. Everything Mary Lou writes is amazing, but I just wanted to recommend Warcross because it was just giving me Gryffindor vibes, The next book, or books plural, that I would recommend is Ready Player One / Ready Player Two, because it's like a sequel. And I just recently found out that Ready Player One was made into a movie adaptation, so I gotta watch that one. But I feel like the first one is super well written, very like fast-paced. I love the writing style. I love the tension scenes that it gives me. And I just feel, I mean, I know not a lot of people liked the second because it was kind of like a, I don't know, it was just kind of a downfall from the first. But I think they're both really good, and I think they're both really like adventure-y, if that makes sense. And so I just really think it works for Gryffindor, especially because of their brave heart or whatever and opinionated mind. So yeah. Alright, the last house that I'm going to do is Ravenclaw. The first book I chose is Midnight Library, and before I say this, I haven't read it. I've read the summary and I've read the first page. But from those, I feel like it is a really, really Ravenclaw book, and not just because of the cover, but because it's very thought-provoking, and I really, really like the way it's written. It's like really well written, and I say that for every book ever, but I really like the writing style on this one. And it's a very interesting concept, actually. And so, yeah. The second Ravenclaw book is The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender. And actually, I haven't read any of the Ravenclaw books I'm recommending, but I actually watched a couple videos like this, Hogwarts houses, and they almost always recommend this one. And I've looked at websites, and it's like a very Ravenclaw-y book, and I'm not sure why, but I just decided to include it on here because I had no other ideas for Ravenclaw. I'm sorry, but I just put this on because the cover is so pretty, isn't it? But yeah, if you have read it, I might read it later on just to see what I'm actually recommending and if it's good or not. But yeah, that's what I recommend for Ravenclaw. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like this video, and I'll try to post again maybe next week or in a couple weeks. But I'm sorry for not posting for kind of a while, you know, a couple weeks. But I'm trying my best and trying to get more video ideas and stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.
Matters not what you've done, but what you do with what you've done for others.